So, I want to make this video on what's wrong with Battlefront 2. EA, of course. Now, there's so many fucking things wrong with it. I think I'm going to stop playing it until the new game mode comes out, because I've recently got back into it when the Anakin thing came out, but I've just kind of realised the reason why I kept leaving it, and it wasn't because of lack of content, which it seriously had. It still kind of does. You know, because it didn't have the main characters like Anakin, Obi-Wan, Grievous and Doogie, but now they do. It took them a fucking year, but that's also what's wrong with the game. It's drip-fed content. But I want to talk about what's wrong with the game. So first I'm going to start with the campaign, and then multiplayer, then arcade. The campaign wasn't actually bad. I actually enjoyed it. It was a new story. People lost their shit to play the Imperial bad guy. We actually did, for a certain amount of time, but of course that kind of character is always morally built to think that they're the good guy, they're the hero, and they find out that they're not. They've been supporting a side which is an absolute terror of evil. They eventually go, fuck this, I'm gonna go join the guys that are actually doing good. And the campaign was actually kind of cool. I liked it. People bitched about it, but hey, fuck, at least we got one this game. Multiplayer. I've actually never played that. Well, I don't know why the fuck I'd ever want to. It seems pretty boring, just having hero ships flying around. Never really played that, because I couldn't be bothered, because I know how bad the lightsaber combo is. Now, heroes versus villains. Oh, this has to be the worst mode I've ever fucking played in any game. It's like a hitman system. You gotta kill some person. Now, if you've ever played with heroes in this game, they are fucking disgusting. At least Battlefront 1 EA had it right to where they couldn't out dodge your lightsaber, and if you hit them, they were dead. They were fucking gone. It was a one hit, you're good night. Respawn. It felt proper, it felt real. It's like, boom, lightsaber, good night. Here it's just so clunky and messy. You're fucking just spamming abilities, you're spamming your lightsaber, you're dodging all over the fucking place, you're trying to strike a hero, and it just turns into an absolute fucking mess. Like, I can't really describe it. It's fucking appalling. It's just a mess. And plus, when you recoil, it's like you're using a wooden stick and you're hitting a steel beam. There's massive recoil, like, massive as shit. You get stuck all the time. The animations tend to bug you out so you can't block. 80% of the time, the abilities that you use as knockbacks, like trigger, like you see them like damage the hero you're hitting, or they completely and utterly miss and don't do shit. Funny thing is, if you're playing a hero and you're fighting soldiers, well, that's also equally as terrible. Why? Because you have a better chance in Elder Scrolls Morrowind of hitting your target than you do in Battlefront 2 EA that came out in 2017 against a game that came out in the 1990s. Like, fuck man, it's so bad. It is so fucking bad. Like, you'll swing 6 times, hit once, and then your stamina's gone. It's like, what the fuck? It is a horrible system. Horrible. Heroes versus villains, heroes, their lightsaber combat, and hitting targets. Plus, they always move forward in their attack, and it's fucking retarded. Because you end up, like, locking onto somebody that falls off a fucking map, and eventually you go with them because your lightsaber locked onto them and you lunged forward. Alright, heroes versus villains done. Now this mode, Starfighter Assault, I don't actually mind. It's probably the funnest mode, I think. And it wasn't even made by DICE. It was just showing something. Galactic Assault, oh man, it's the most boring as fucking shit I've ever played. I shit you not. Like, this tunnel vision, objective style, where the map is like shrunk and you've only got 20 people versing 20 people, and all it is a fucking grenade spam. Like, it's just 20 people stuck in one spot and some massive choke points all the time. You just can't get through. And it gets so fucking boring. Like, literally so fucking boring. And majority of the time, you're stuck on flop teams. What I mean by that, teams that get absolutely annihilated. You're either fighting against them, or you're on that team. Now, I just come out of Camino. I didn't film it. Actually, I did, but I deleted it because I wasn't meant to film it. And like, it was over within 5 minutes. I'm not even joking you. It was over within 5 minutes. The droids just rocked up, went there, capped it, killed people, chased them down, killed them, took over the objectives, the outside, you know, cylinders, whatever the fuck you want to call them, and then went inside the barracks and took it over within 5 minutes. It was so fucking boring. I actually had to stop playing the game because I'm bored shitless now. The game mode itself, it's a terrible design. The way they built the maps, to like tunnel vision, like you go from point A to point B to point C. The choke points, which kind of make it impossible to progress. I'm really hoping this new game mode comes out. That is the last hope for this game. Because I fucking mean it. Australia, on the PC community, we don't get a game until probably 6 PM afterwards. Like, 6 PM. In the fucking afternoon, going on night time. That's the only time I'm gonna ever get a game. Not just that, but the whole repeating maps. Oh my fucking god. Like, nothing bores you more than having to repeat the fucking sequel maps. Now, let's face it, the Dark Jedi, it fucking murdered. It murdered the sequels? Yes. Yeah, it's pretty much a carbon copy of the originals, plus the killing of all the original characters. You know, like, fuck, dude. I don't want to repeat Jakku 2 times. I don't want to repeat Starkiller Base 2 times. I don't want to repeat Tokadana's Palace, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. The Forest one. And there's another one I couldn't give two shits about. Like, it sucks, man. And then, oh, dude, it's just such a bad game design. Like, fuck, I'm actually going to have to stop playing it. Strike, I can't really comment on it. Last time I played it was like late 2017. Pretty much it felt like this, but shorter. Just one objective. What else? Arcade. I've actually never played Blast. Extraction. Never played that either. Played Ewok Hunt. It's not too bad, but it's not really competitive or fun. It's something you do for shits and giggles. Now, I want to go into this right here. Arcade. Dude, you can't even accommodate the single players. They're fucking boring. Like, there's mods for it that fix it, but team battles, 10 vs 10, like, man, that's a fucking snore fest in one little short tiny bit of the map. Like, fuck, dude. Like, what's the tutorial? I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah, I played that a few times when I was downloading the game when it first came out. But generally overall, this game is absolutely garbage. Like, sure, I play it because it's Star Wars. I'm gonna stop playing it until the new game mode comes out, because, like, I was only playing it to see what this guy would look like and all the clone skins, which is nice. The clone skins is nice, but in the long term, you know, the game mode's dreadfully boring. The lightsaber combat is so fucking bad that a game from the 1990s beats it. You know, you have, like I said, you have a better chance in Elder Scrolls Morrowind of hitting your target than you do in Battlefront 2 EA 2017. And plus its mechanics for blocking and attacking and locking on and trapping people is really fucking bad. Like, it's disgusting. Man, and dude, fuck, it's just, it needs a lot of improvements. I genuinely believe, and I really hope that EA doesn't make another Battlefront game, because they've shat on the name enough. For people that are old enough, they played Battlefront 1 and 2. Those are good games. Battlefront 1 is still, like, the OG is still a better game than Battlefront 3. Of course, its graphics make it look like a fucking potato, but that's with age. So this has been my video on what's wrong with Battlefront 2. There's so much wrong with it. Like, not to mention that they want money, because EA wants money, but yet, what the fuck are they doing? Like Darth Vader, there's so many different skins for him. There's Revenge of the Sith. There's red, like, tinted eyes. There's damaged Battle Vader. That's what people want. There's like the Senate Palpatine. There's like the red version of him, and you know, the actual like Chancellor version of him. Han's got more skins than other characters that are more important, and fucking and there's some new hero, like, not too bad. I actually like her armor design. Ren, he's got a couple of skins. His default one's actually the best. The ones you gotta pay for look like shit in my opinion. He's got skins. She's got skins. He's only got 2 skins. For fuck's sakes, man. These characters with guns have more skins than the characters with lightsabers that are actually the main parts. He's got only 1 skin. Where the fuck is his hooded version, like his robed version, and his Clone Wars versions, and his Rebels versions? Nah. Where's, like, why don't I make a puppet version, or like a really old looking one where he's got the Nojila robe and he looks a lot more wrinkly because he's part of the original set? And then you've got Anakin, which isn't too bad. They'll probably eventually add his Clone Wars armor. Dooku, and the Sith robe, don't like, hasn't got a cape, looks shit. Obi-Wan, doesn't look too bad. Probably the most defensible hero you'll ever come across and the most annoying to kill. Don't really flame, he kind of spins around in a circle when he's Biddley's bug out. Could not be fucked. definitely could not be fucked. But what was I thinking? Yeah, they're really lacking on skins for the important characters like Vader, the Emperor, Yoda. They've only got 2. Maul, Luke. Like, these are important characters. There's Farm Boy Luke, there's Bespin Luke, there's X-Wing Pilot Luke. Fuck, what else is there? There's Ceremonial Luke, there's so much. There's the Luke without the vest like they had in Battlefront 1. There's so much they could do with this, but they don't do anything with it, and they're fucking lazy. So anyway, I really hope that they stop making Battlefront games, because, man, the last real hope for this game is this new Titan mode. And that's the only chance this game's got for survival. Because if that ends up being like a massive lazy edit of disappointment, it's just going to kill the complete game. I can guarantee you. People are only playing now because of its updates. And because of Anakin and the Clone Wars, which you rarely get any time with, because you've got to go through like 16 maps of bullshit before you eventually get to the one you want to play. And by then you're tired and you won't go to bed. Or play a different game. But the Titan mode is... Right, it's on the cool time. If it turns out to be absolute garbage, this game will fall apart, because GA is an absolutely garbage mode. It's tunnel vision maps, and it's boring objectives, and it's choke points, and it's flop teams. I've ranted way too much about a game I won't play until the end of the month. Thanks for watching.